After the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, assented to the sports bill on the 27th of January 2025, the National Council of Sports issued a directive asking sports associations and federations to register or re-register with the Council by 20th of June 2025. Dr. Donald Rukare, a sports lawyer and administrator, details what the law addresses compared to the previous one.
So currently, the new legal framework for sports in Uganda as of 2023 August is the National Sports Act, CAP 151, read together with the regulations, which were just recently adopted on the 14th of March 2025. And also you could say you read this together with the National Sports Policy, and in many other ways, other attendant frameworks like the Constitution of Uganda, the IOC Charter, and in case of Olympics, and international federation statutes and constitutions of the various 51 or so national associations or federations. It introduces a number of new things. So just a quick whistle-stop overview of the law is that one, it provides for a declaration of a national sports, which is a new thing. So you have to be declared a national sports code. And this is for the new one. The pre-existing one, the 51 or so, and the schedule to the law will be kept. But if there's a new sport coming on board, you have to be declared a national sports association or national sports. It introduces interesting distinctions. Previously, we were all volunteer associations. Now, with this new legal framework, we have the option of being a national association, which means you only deal with amateur sport, and you have to have about 50% coverage of the districts in Uganda. If you're in a federation, you'll be dealing with both amateur and professional, and you deal with 75% of the districts. So it has changed a bit. That's a new thing. We have the new law also introduces a national recognition and reward scheme for athletes and everybody in the ecosystem. Currently, we have the presidential directive in place, so the national recognition and reward scheme is new. It introduces community clubs, which is new to registration. It introduces a new configured National Council of Sports. Before, the term of office for the members of the council and the chair was 2 years. Now it is 4. There used to be about 11 members, now there are 7. Including an athletes representative, including a representative of the disabilities, a representative of the federations. It also includes, for the first time, anti-doping provisions, creation of a national anti-doping agency, which is welcome. It provides for commercial rights. So these are new aspects that are within the law. It provides for broadcast, image, media rights, which are vested with the federations. It provides for the registration and licensing of agents and promoters. It deals with issues of hooliganism and violence in sport. It deals with questions of how we deal with minors below the age of 16 and there needs to be supervision. It deals with the participation and management of international competitions. It deals with cooperation between national federations and the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Health on issues of primary school, secondary school, tertiary universities competitions. These have to be done in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Sports together with the Ministry of Health. It also goes on to deal with illegal betting and manipulation of sport. So the new law, it also provides for arbitration. It also provides for academies and licensing of academies and certification of the agents and promoters, as I said earlier. So you can see it's a very comprehensive set of areas that the new law captures.
Dr. Rukare also highlights what the federations have been asked to do exactly by the 20th of June 2025.
Now, with specific reference to the existing national association and federations, with the coming into force of the statutory instrument on the 14th of March, they have until 20th of June to register under the new dispensation. A number of the organizations that we have currently are, most of them, the majority, the vast majority, close to 99%, close to 100%, are registered as trusts. This was necessitated under the old regime, so they're trusts. So first of all, we need to register afresh under the new dispensation. Most likely they will be incorporated as companies by guarantee. And then once that is done, once they get that, they'll come to National Council of Sports. That's where they'll get incorporated, and they apply for registration. So they'll have to determine whether they're going to be an association for amateur and 50%, or a federation, 75%, both amateur and professional. So I think the first port of call for the existing bodies is that they need to go down to National Council of Sports, get the requisite forms. There's, I think, Form 3, and other forms, which again detail the requirements that they will need to, show us your management structure, your constitution, your financials, which districts you're in, how many athletes you have. So there's a whole set of requirements, and within that framework of the new regulations and law, that national federations will get that form, comply. Some will have to change their constitutions because there's going to be issues of membership. How do you ensure that you have membership that is of a national character? So that's what they have to do between now and 20th.
The sports desk will follow up next on the roles of the different sports stakeholders as allotted in the new sports law. Grace Joyce Kemgisa, UBC News.